Hey there everybody, Johnny T here, and today we're going to try to replace the battery in this Timex quartz watch, probably from the 80s. It's got a big old Q on the 12 o'clock there, Q symbol for quartz, I'd imagine. It says quartz right under the Timex logo there, also at 12 o'clock. It's got very, very thin hands. I actually can't tell, like, I mean, this, well, the one on the top is obviously the seconds hand, so you can see that going over here, and then the longer one's the minute's hand, and then the hour's hand is underneath the minute's hand. So I bet we can move these, huh? Yep, just like that. But all the hands look really similar, so I don't know if that would cause issues with time telling or not. Even the baton indices look like it's all just long pieces of gold metal here now, isn't it? We do have a gold date wheel here, which is kind of interesting. So it matches the gold face, and this has kind of a brushing going in one direction, you know, across like this, which is kind of interesting. The indices seem applied. There are little black marks in between each hour indicating the minutes, of course. This is so I don't know what that does. I wonder what that does. Let's I should use a toothpick for this, but I don't think I'm going to. If I could find my, yeah, I'm not gonna use a toothpick. I should though. So let's see what this does. Oh look, quick change for that date. That's what that does. Nice. Okay. Cool, so we have a quick change button right there, and then we have our ridiculously small crown. Well, actually this one's not as bad as a modern Timex. Like, it takes forever to set the time on those Timexes. Haha. This crown is so small. Like, it has no business being this tiny. Like, so yeah, that's a criticism, I guess, but it's a pretty small watch, small case. I think it's like 34 millimeters probably. You see the gold plating is starting to come off. This bracelet is not the correct size for this, so I will be removing this bracelet. And also, it looks like the spring bar is broken here, so I don't know. These don't look like your typical spring bars, do they? So I don't know how I'm going to remove those. I think I need to use I think I got to use some pliers for those. So I'm going to get those really quick. I have these really gnarly looking needle nose pliers. Go to my SOG tool. This is a SOG, I forget what you call it. But I bought this at a garage sale. And the original owner actually filed the nose down to be more of a needle nose plier there. And I've kind of refined it a little bit, so I think I should be able to pull these spring bars off and then install modern spring bars. Yes, no, maybe. Whoa! Yeah, that worked. I like to keep stuff like this around because sometimes you need like a component from something. Like, this is probably not a good example, but like the spring for a piezo element, for instance, you could find those little springs in spring bars, some spring bars, and you could just cut the spring bar down and you could use it as a piezo element spring for a watch, for instance. But these ones are a bit bigger. I don't know what the use case would be for that. Beautiful. Excellent. Alright. And that's what one of these spring bars look like. It's really weird. It's really skinny on one end and then really fat on the other. I don't think I've ever really seen spring bars like this. I guess I could have just used my spring bar tool though, now that I'm looking at it, but I wasn't sure. Anyways, that's where these guys come in. They work pretty well. You can get some modern spring bars on this if it runs though. So now we just have the watch face. The back of it, we have Timex M Cell, lift here. Let's get my camera. Oop. So we could read all this together. Lift here, Timex M Cell, assembled in the Philippines, water resistant, base metal bezel, stainless steel back. And it says lift here as well, perhaps? Is that upside down though? Align marks. Okay, so there's a little bump on the case right here, and then I'm guessing that this arrow you're supposed to align with that little mark right there. This is my understanding of that. Cool. Alright. Sweet. That's all there is to it. Very skinny lugs. Okay, well, let's do the needful here, and yeah, let's get this case back off now. Does this crystal need to be replaced? No, that's in pretty good condition. It's got some scratches on it though. Okay, so we usually want to put our tool underneath where it says to pry, and then I like to pry against the lug. Sometimes the lugs can break, you know, if the case back is really on there, so, you know, don't go ham. But that was pretty easy. Okay, this is what we got. Man, these Timex movements are crazy looking. So there's nothing going on in here. No markings or anything like that. Kind of boring. But look at that. Wow. Wow. So it's like a clash between mechanical. It's like such a beautiful clash of the two technologies. Between mechanical and quartz. I just love it. It's so brutal. Like, it's like brutalist early watch movement in my mind is what this reminds me of. Because, like, I want to say you can't, like, service these, but people say you can. But they're not really designed to be serviced. I don't know about this particular movement, but Timex's idea of servicing a movement is dousing it in lighter fluid. And letting the lighter fluid kind of eat away at all the grime and clean the movement. So that's their idea of servicing, just so you guys know. At least they're mechanical watches. But yeah, so we've got some stuff in here. It says Timex Philippines 850. I believe that says 0 joule, unadjusted. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Well, I kind of got it. So that's all where the battery goes. Unadjusted, 0 joule, Timex, Philippines. It's only in the battery. I don't really see any other markings, so I love the way this movement looks, though. That's amazing. Cool. Well, let's put a battery in, and hopefully it'll work. So the battery's got some corrosion going on. Just a little bit. Looks like it's a 389, which translates to, because the Swiss like to call the batteries something different, because they're super cool, I guess. So it's a 390, 389. That's what it said, right? Yeah. Okay. 390, 389. I think I have one of those. Let's see. Yes, I do. I have a lot of them. Cool. Maxwell batteries, pretty good. Okay, so these got a hole in them. I'm going to try not to damage my coin cell here. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm not... Woo! I don't even think I'm getting that on camera because I'm silly. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm just trying to get this battery out. Cool. Alright. get my plastic tweezers, and because we don't want to short the battery, plug the battery in. We should see the watch running from the back, and it's not. I don't see anything moving. Oh, just kidding. Oh, I see the gear moving. I think we have a working watch, everybody. So this does say water resistant. Whoops. I keep dropping stuff. I am so sorry about that. And I just put a fingerprint on the inside of the movement, or in the inside of the case. Great. I'm gonna get some Rodico and just clean that up. Okay. This gasket though, I'm gonna have to replace it because, like, I'm quite confident that the gasket is just insanely old on this. Let's get a dental pick. And I'm just going to destroy this gasket, I think. Oh, wow, look at that. Still, oh yeah, it just broke. Yeah, that's... Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, so I always screw this up. I don't really know how gaskets are measured, as, like if it's inner diameter or outer diameter, to be honest, but I think it's inner diameter. Or no. Outer diameter, perhaps. So a 28 is actually like a 27 in my experience. So let me get my gaskets. We want 20, what, 27? Is that what I said? 27 millimeter. This isn't all my gaskets, is it? I'm missing a bunch of gaskets, but I do have my 27s, so all is not lost. But I'm missing, where the heck did I put all my 30 millimeter gaskets? That's weird. I'm gonna have to look for those. Okay, so I've got 27 millimeter, 0.6 diameter. Hopefully this is going to look pretty close to the gasket we just removed, which it does. Looks quite similar. Yeah, you can see like new gasket, old gasket. Very close. I'm going to throw the new gasket in my sealant. Just going to toss it in, twist it up, get it saturated, because this watch does run, so I'm going to give it the full service. I like to flip my gasket over just to make sure. And this gas, I mean, this isn't going to get twisted on, so I think we got to really make sure we get even distribution because it's a press back. Yeah, this looks good actually. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, I didn't even see if it'll fit. Whoops. Usually want to make sure it's going to fit first before you commit to using it. And I'm doing this as wrong as you could possibly do it, by the way, because I just got gasket grease on the inside of the case like an idiot. Yeah, this looks like it'll fit. It's fine. Yep, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, no, that looks like it's gonna work really well. I'm gonna get the Rodico and just get that grease out that I just got in. Nice, good. Okay, clean. All right. I think it's time to get the case back on. These aren't a pain in the butt like modern Timex watches are. So this one should be pretty simple. I do see the gears working though, so it's gonna work. The little circle, that's where the battery goes, obviously, so we're gonna want to just kind of plop it on like so. And then again, we want to align our case back up with this little dot down here, which it's aligned now. And then, yeah, just like that. Didn't even have to use a... It's ticking. Oh, buddy. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Amazing. It's ticking. Amazing. Oh, beautiful. Well, I'm extremely happy about that. I'm going to clean it up with some alcohol, and then we'll do dimensions and call it a video. So that's how you change the battery in one of these. Yeah, amazing. What a joy to work on this one. I mean, I hate working on Timexes. I'm going to be honest with everybody. Like, out of all the watches that I have, that I like try to fix, my least favorite watch brand's Timex. Like 1000%. I really just there's something about them, you know, like they just don't work a lot of the time, and they're just not super well made. They're very cheap watches, but they're pretty cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, Timex watches are awesome, but I really don't like working on them. I think I mean, I've worked on dozens of them at this point, but these older ones are just... This is the first Timex with the case back like this that has this kind of crazy looking dual, like... Actually, that's not true. The next Timex I'm going to try and fix these ones right here. These electric ones never work, ever. I have never had one of these work, and I've tried to fix like 7 of them. And that one's a new one, a new old one, I guess, for me anyways. And let's see what happens. But yeah, I never, ever, 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 ever have gotten one of those working, ever. So if this one does work, it'll be a miracle. Like, I will scream hallelujah if I get it working. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel when the time comes. But yeah, buddy. Look, it's got this has like a number 2 on the lug. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that interesting? Huh, never seen that before. Number 2 on the lug. This is cleaning up beautifully. Yeah, what a fun watch to work on. I love the way the movement looks on this. It's incredible. Some people collect Timexes like this. There's actually a community of collectors out there. I actually don't know what this one's worth. I didn't think it was gonna work, so I had like zero faith that I was gonna successfully fix this one, because they never work for me. But this one's ticking, so, and that's, you know, that's all the grind that was on there. Just the easy pickings anyways. Yeah, I don't know what this watch is worth. I don't know, $50, 50 to 100 maybe. I don't know, depends. But I have to time it. Like, I know the quick date works because we tested that earlier, and I've also like made sure that it turns at 12 o'clock, and it does. The date does anyways. So the only question is like, does it keep time? Like, does it stagger or anything like that? But yeah, there you go. Let's do dimensions and call it a video, and then I'm going to get on to this electric one next and see if I can't fix that one. So we're looking at 33.7 millimeter, almost 34 millimeter. I think I said that's what I thought it was going to be earlier. It's a really good 37.7 lug to lug, call it 38. This is a really nice dress watch size, everybody. 9.1 millimeter thickness. Again, that's considered thin. I think anything under 10 millimeters is thin. And then 19 millimeter. Yeah, 19 millimeter lug to lug. So, or I'm sorry, 19 millimeter lug width. So yeah, this would be a really nice, like stick a leather band on it. Boom, done. There's your dress watch. You could wear it with a gold ring. You gotta, if you're married and you have a gold wedding band, boom, done, and you're done. So that's really cool. I'm gonna put these gaskets back away. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna finish this video. Okay, so yeah, $50 to $100 is what I guess this is worth. If somebody knows more about this, feel free to comment. If I helped you fix your old Timex quartz watch from the 80s, probably, I think that's when this one was made, feel free to like and subscribe. If this is interesting, I'd appreciate it as well. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy.